Came in this bitch all white. Came in this bitch all clean. You want to know why? That's a MoneyPot thing. Let's go.
Come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
I ain't gotta fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Side dive, next boy.
MoneyPot, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stacks. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headline.
We are live. We are back here for another episode of MoneyPot Podcast, Week 5, NFL Sundays. Let's fucking go. We had a day yesterday. Oh, shout out to my guy Wilder, man. He took a fucking beating. Bro, Bdiddy on the line, man. What's up, bro? Good morning.
What's up? Good morning, brother. Is that tape on your headset?
What's that? Oh, this John?
Mm-hmm.
God?
A little patch at work.
A little patch at work, man.
I'm gonna get you some
bag yesterday, so I guess I'll grab a new one.
Yeah, definitely made some money yesterday, so definitely get some new headsets.
We'll definitely grab one today.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, man. Happy Sunday to y'all. Happy Sunday to everybody out there, man. If you just jumped on, man, thank you for jumping on. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification button, hit that notification bell so you know when we come on. We're giving you the plays of the week. We're going through the full docket. We had a day, not only yesterday, both of us actually, but we had a weekend before that because we gave out some lock plays that hit fairly well. I think we put some teasers up live, and we're not even talking about the membership. We're just talking about right now for you guys who are watching right now. We go through all the plays and we give you our takes. And there's, obviously the membership VIP and all that good stuff. And if you're not on that yet, you need to get on that, right? Just for the people who are not in there. $9.99 a month. We're making $9.99 a month, and we're turning into 1K weekends. That's what we're doing right now. I know there's a game on now. What's the score of that game?
17-0. I didn't realize there was a game on.
Yo, it's just, there was a lot of people on the Jets, man, but I was just like, man, the Jets, like they had their game of the year last year with that win. This was such a bad spot for them, and they never did the London trip. You know what I mean? People who do the London trip, it just doesn't work well, man. But again, let me rewind right back. $9.99 a month. We'll get the link pinned to the top of the comments so you guys can check it in. It's not too late. The games haven't started yet, right? So you can still jump on, get on real quick. See the plays, see what I'm doing. And you don't have to follow every play. You can mix and match it how you want. I have different plays of how I play. If you follow me on all social media platforms, I'm posting my tickets, right? Win, lose, or draw. We're posting them. So damn, I just lost my train of thought. So we're good to go. But not even that, not outside of just the memberships. Obviously, you get the shout outs, members only appearances, weekly picks, and all that good stuff. All right, let's get into the poll question, man, before we get into the games. Bdiddy. I thought this one this is a turning point for the Eagles in this game today. And we've been off the Eagles for a while. I've said it a million times. I thought the season was over, 2 weeks ago. We talked about different players. We talked about Cox. We talked about Hurts. And, we've said things on this show weeks ago that not everybody else is just catching up with. You know what I mean? And just kind of getting around to him. So I'm not saying I got a crystal ball or anything like that. Ain't nobody right. This is just all our opinions. We've played the game, so we know what the game looks like, and we can understand seeing it before it happens. But I think this is a kind of decent question because we feel like Nick Sirianni is a yes man for Howie and Laurie. But the one thing I've learned over the years about Laurie is that he won't tolerate really people who lose for too long. And if they lose in a certain way, he won't tolerate it. So Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, let me know out there. Nick Sirianni will not be the coach of the Philadelphia Eagles in 2022. Agree or disagree? B Diddy, I'll let you take it off, man. What's up?
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree
You
because
think he'll be back for a second tenure?
absolutely. I mean, so far,
Right.
because I think I had this as a 5-win team,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody's young, new coaching staff, second year quarterback and Jalen
Hmm.
Hurts. You got a damn near rookie, receiving core. No linebackers on the team. Yeah, we got some pieces in the D back section, but besides Miles Sanders, that we're not even getting the ball to, is our most dynamic weapon offensively. And I think that will have to be, I think ultimately the team has to start gelling and realizing what the coaches want and what they need. They only had one off season to prepare really ultimately for what this process will be. And I think we're young. So with that being said, I'm not seeing them not fight. Right? Yesterday they fought. I mean, last week they fought.
Yeah.
Although the Chiefs has probably one of the worst defenses in the NFL, I still felt as though they were fighting. They were really aggressive offensively, which I was, trying to see how they would respond from the week before.
Hmm.
And they showed that. So um, we're just not good enough. You know how like Deontay Wilder just can't beat Fury?
Yeah.
He's just not good enough. He's just not a
Right.
good enough
Right.
boxer to beat a Fury. And I think right now the Eagles aren't a good enough team um, to really compete, even in our division. But hopefully, with some added pieces next year, another year underneath Sirianni's belt, another year under the Hurst belt, DeAndre Smith's belt, and us trying to commit to the run a little bit more than what we are with Miles Sanders, I think will be much better. But as of now, he will be the 2020 coach. You know how he loves the yes men. That's an added bonus to that. And
Yep.
we are showing a little bit of a fight.
I heard that. Renzo, what's up, man? Happy football Sunday to you, bro. What's good? I see you got that LA. You hit some plays yesterday with LA
No, what the
yesterday?
hell is that?
Yeah, I'm about to say you made sure that thing was right. You made sure it was on.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
You a Dodgers fan? I ain't know that.
Hey, bad hair day, man. I had to run out real
Oh,
quick.
okay. All right. Understandable.
But how do you get a Dodger hat though? Like, how does that even make it inside the?
You know, it'd be
I
like
don't.
this.
That's why I asked. I was asking. That's the question. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
You know what? Honestly, I don't even think that deeply about it.
There
Ain't
you
like it's
go.
the Cowboys Eagles for me.
It's just a part. Like you gonna wear blue, so I'm gonna throw the Dodgers hat on. Is that
Yeah. Yo,
Gotcha.
hey, Big Daddy, let him live, bro.
My
I
bad.
don't take it as
my
serious
bad.
as the
Let
Cowboys.
him
You
live.
know?
Let
My
him
bad.
live.
My bad.
Yeah, man. What's good, B Diddy? I'm sorry, Renzo, man. What's how'd you do this weekend, man?
I did okay, man. College football treated me okay. I missed on Monday night
Bama?
football, Thursday night football, but college was all right. I teased Penn State up.
Yeah, I was on that
Took
too.
the under there. Took the under with Georgia, Auburn. I like those earlier games like Ohio State. Ohio State I liked a
Yeah,
lot.
Ohio State rolled.
Arkansas I liked, even though they kind of made you
I don't
scared
like
there.
Arkansas, man. I don't like the way they play. I don't like that RPO with them.
Yeah.
I think, but go ahead, my bad.
No, so that was it. So did okay. Nothing crazy. Just got back some losses from earlier in the week. Basically.
Hey, we all like that. We all like that. All right, let's get right into it, man. Let's get into the games. That's what we here for. Real quick recap of the weekend, though, for the members that are on right now, or for people who've been following me with some of the plays, or you just following last week. Yesterday we had a great day. Hit some straight bets. Lost on Bama. Bama loses like once every 40 years, so it is what it is. But a lot, like B Diddy, he was on. You were on. Was it Auburn? No, Texas A&M.
A&M.
Yeah, you were on A&M a little bit there. So, but and you had a good day too. You had a nice little soccer parlay that
You saw that,
smashed.
right?
Smashed.
That was a last minute one, and I
Yeah,
was
nice
putting
little
money on it. But
nice little 1K parlay, man. So it's definitely a parlay party, man. We try not to go to the parlay parties, but we get sucked in anyway because it just looked good. You look good on the other side of the fence. You know what I mean? So let's get right into the games. We got one game going on, but It's NFL Sunday, baby.
Let's get it.
Oh, no. There we go. Even though that's Monday night's intro.
We can't hear it. We can't hear the intro.
It didn't come through?
No.
Oh, man. That's whack. All right, let's get into it. First game on the docket, man. Obviously, the Jets in Atlanta. Atlanta's killing them right now, 17-0. Didn't have really a side on that game. Early game, London game. Two bad teams. Tough to kind of pull that one. But let's go into the first game. I got Miami at Tampa Bay. I'm going to VegasInsider.com to get some of the lines if you guys want to follow along. But we got Miami traveling to Tampa. Not too long, just a car ride down. Right now, that line is -10. The total is at 49.5. Easy call here for a 3-team 10-point teaser with Tampa, I think. If you have that on your sports book, let's build a 3-team. Let's do it right now. We're going to build a 3-team 10-point teaser. It's usually -130. Count where you go on the juice. But these are normally just to win the game. Just to win the game. Obviously, we got to like Tampa here. Miami's just trash. Only thing that, is a little, it's not even worrisome, but Tampa's defense is terrible. So Miami should be able to move the ball here just a little bit, but they won't do enough to win. I think Tampa covers the 10 here. I'm not going to say it's a lock or anything like that, but the fact that 90% of the money is on Tampa to win here tells you where to go. You boys got anything else on this one? But I like them in a 3-team 10-point teaser. That's the first leg of the day with Tampa in there.
I think that line is actually moving. You're starting to get that hook
Even
now,
more?
coming up to 10.5. Yeah. The line is actually showing you Tampa's going to blow this team out, probably like a 38-10 type of game. I think they don't think Miami's going to score much in this game. That's what it sounds like. Looking at the total here of 48, right? You got a 48 total with a -10.5. That's exactly what I just said. It's like a 38-10, right on. I didn't even know that total was 48, but it seems like a 38-10 type of game. Tampa Bay coming off a struggling win against the Patriots, which was probably a dangerous spot with the weather there for them. A lot of pressure on Tom Brady. Obviously, he was going to be breaking the record for the most, what was it, throwing yards or passing yards?
Yeah, passing yards.
So I think Miami this is going to almost like a team check for Tampa Bay, right? They got to come in here and make a statement, right? They got to come in. They can't make another close game. I think that's where you'll see that 10 be covered. But like you said, I love them in a 3-team teaser. I love them even just buying a half a point to get them under the 10 just in case. But they do win this game by more than 10. Miami with their quarterback issues, although who was it, Brissett?
Yeah, Brissett. Yep.
I think he's a quality backup, but going against this defense, this front seven for Tampa is going to be pretty tough for him. But so look for possibly a prop bet is Gesicki to get a few receptions here. I believe he's going to get the ball off pretty quick. Gesicki probably get a couple little short passes. That's if they don't have to bring him in to continue to block. But I think he's one of their biggest weapons offensively. So you should see him getting at least over his targets.
Yeah, I'll look that up real quick here. We're not going to have Tone takes on today. He had something else to do. So
he has some fire.
Yeah. Tone be doing his thing. Like that's all he does is props.
Yeah, definitely cash on his baseball.
Yeah. So I love
play.
Yeah, I love having him on and giving some free plays for the folks. So, but he couldn't make it this weekend. So I'll see what he has. I think he sent me some of the stuff he has. So I'll find out what that is, and then make sure y'all go follow Tone on Twitter at Tone Takes. So TONESTAT. I'm sorry, TONESTAKES on Twitter. He be giving out them gems. Renzo, man, you got anything else on this game too? Or you in line with us?
Yeah, I'm in line with you guys, man. This is gonna be a blowout for me. So
okay.
Everything you guys said.
Oh, my man. All right. Next game. I wish my music ain't playing. Can y'all hear that?
That's like every week though, Nate. We used to that money.
Yeah. Oh shit. Damn.
Man.
I don't know, man. It should be set up right.
Mm.
But all right, next game, we got our Philadelphia Eagles traveling down to Carolina. Line is now -3. It was at -4. Tick down to -3. Current number is 46. It looked like that tipped down too as well. I've been back and forth on this game. I honestly have. I was all on Carolina a little bit before, and then I kind of switched and it's like, the Eagles, like, I had the Eagles losing these next 4 games. And then I was just like, this is even the last game was a kind of a must-win game. I thought the Cowboys game was a must-win game. But even now, even more, you called out your defensive coordinator, which has kind of come out. You called out some players. You're making a big stink about, getting back to the basics, getting back to the details. Are we going to respond here? That's the question. Are the Eagles going to respond here in the way that we want on the road and get a win against a very good Carolina team, which could be, we don't know because Carolina's played some cupcakes. They played the Jets. Who else they played? They played the three worst teams in the league. They played the Jets. The score, Jones, not even coming up. But I would have to look real quick who they played the last couple games. But they've beaten some bad teams. I think they played the Texans maybe.
And the Saints.
And the Saints, right. So I'm back on Carolina on this one. I kind of been flipping back and forth. I'm back on Carolina. I just don't trust Hurts, and I don't trust Sirianni. That marriage is just not working right now for me. And I think I'm going back to my original thought that they're going to lose the next 3 to 4 games, and they're going to start out probably 1-5, 1-6. So I would go with Carolina here on the spread, money line, whatever you want to call it. I got a nice little prop bet here too that I like. I like Sam Darnold to score here, anytime touchdown plus 240. I think you get good value. He's got 5 rushing touchdowns. CMC, I believe, is out. So he's a threat to score if they get down to the red zone. So I like Sam to get in the zone today. If it's a 46, they're going to have to score a couple points here, 21, 24, something like that. So I like Carolina in this game, and I wouldn't be mad if you put the number on it. Renzo, what's up?
Yeah, this is a tough game for me. I mean, I'm not like I said last week, I'm not the biggest fan, or I'm not completely sold on Carolina yet. That's why I was all over the Cowboys last week, and they really were getting blown out. They actually made it close in that fourth quarter, but they were down, I want to say 20, 21 point. Like it pretty much got away from them. They beat up one of the worst teams in the league, basically. I mean, the best one, I guess, would be against the Saints, and the Saints are one day might be good, one day might be the worst team in the league. So I'm not completely sold on Carolina yet. I do like the coach. I do think they played well. And the Eagles obviously have a lot of holes. So I'm going to stay away from the game. But the line moving from 4 to 3, I think moves in the favor, obviously, of the Eagles. I think the Eagles could win the game.
I think so, too.
I'm going to stay away from the game.
Yeah, I heard that. Bdiddy, what's up, man? Give it to us straight. Because you already know.
I love that line going down, baby. That just makes it cheaper for me to get it to 2.5.
Right. So, I know it. Over Carolina.
I mean, because look, I'm hearing the Carolina Panthers beat up on all these bad teams and blah blah blah, and that's a good analytic take right there. But the Eagles fall in that bad team category too. So it's just another bad team that they're playing. So
Facts.
They got one of the best defenses in the NFL, right?
Yeah,
they just added Stephon. They just added one of the best cornerbacks in the game, Stephon Gilmore. Along he's come back from that injury. I think they're like one of the top against the run, but we don't run the football, right? And they also have edge rushers that can get attack and get after the quarterback, which is going to be trouble for Jalen Hurts to start doing his little scrambling and get outside the pocket, where he was successful last week against the Chiefs. That has one of the poorest defenses in the NFL. For me, I love the line going down to 2 to 3. I can buy half a point to get it to 2.5.
Little
Even
homie,
listen to
what's
Nick
up?
Sirianni saying that this is a good time for them to allow to get Cox off. I mean, like, I don't understand that statement. Cox is an interior defensive lineman. How are you going to get him off? It's not a position that you can just say, "Oh, we're going to unleash Fletcher Cox." Like, it's
Right.
just the thinking process. Sometimes I don't understand by Sirianni that kind of confuses me. And then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last thing is that Lane Johnson, God bless his soul, that hopefully he's mentally, if he's even playing. I don't think he's playing.
No, he's
But
not. He's out.
that's a big
Huge.
loss again, especially against this type of defense.
And then you're
So
moving Mailata over to the right side. So
right,
another makeshift
but even
offensive line. Like
Mailata was
talked
limited in
about that.
practice.
I think he's starting on the right tackle because Dillard can't play right tackle.
Right.
So Dillard
Yep.
has to stay on the left.
Right.
So
But he's
they're
not 100%.
moving.
That's what I'm saying. He's not even 100%.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's coming off that knee
So
injury.
our O
Right,
line
right.
is still, beat down. So for me, I'm gonna buy the half a point. I won't put this game in any type of teasers because just in case so happens that the Eagles show up and do their thing, I'm
Yeah.
okay with just buying half a point, playing it solo, and not mixing it with anything else because the line is giving you enough points to where you can just take it straight up. So give me a half a point. Matter of fact,
Uh-oh. Yeah?
if that noise is playing, I would lock it up for one of the
Oh,
locks
no,
of the week.
it ain't playing.
It
ain't
is.
playing.
I'm
It
gonna
ain't
lock it
playing.
up for one of the locks of the
Yeah.
week. Minus a half. Carolina at home.
Carolina with the lock.
Off a loss.
He don't
Right,
like
off
it.
a
Bird Game
loss.
for life don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, listen. That thing right there, it says I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm giving y'all the honesty. I'm giving y'all honest takes.
Yeah, I can't be mad at the play. Like I said, I flipped flop. Yeah, Wednesday on the show I said Eagles, and then I said Eagles on another show, and now I'm back to Carolina. So I've been flip flopping. That's why I'm not giving it as a lock. But I agree with your assessment. I agree with what you're saying. There's like and just like SJM_86 just said, something not right. There's something. The marriage between Hurts and Sirianni is just not working. And I'm not sure if it's going to get better or not. And they got to give all out effort. Whether it's run miles, whether it's throw to Smith 15 times, whatever they got to do to figure it out, they got to figure it out. But I think Carolina, like you said, the Eagles are in that same category as the Saints, the Texans, and the Jets. We might not like it, but we're in that category of one of the worst teams in the league. The record says it. We're going to a 3-1 team who's 2-0 at home with one of the best defense in the league, regardless of their opponents.
We've also played one of the toughest schedules. Have to be early part of this year. I mean, we played the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Played the
Falcons,
49ers.
The 49ers, yep.
And Cowboys.
And Cowboys. I mean, those are probably three of the better teams in the
I agree.
NFL. And we were competitive
in Carolina this week.
In Carolina, and we were competitive outside of the Cowboys game. Got away from us. I mean, even that Chiefs game. I mean, it was a game.
Come on, dog.
But the Chiefs don't have no D, Chris. Chiefs have zero D.
That's okay.
Look at the Chiefs. Look at the Chiefs. Every game they giving up 30 points every single game.
Yeah, and they're gonna do it again today.
Right. And today's gonna be the same thing.
Right.
So I don't really. It's just that their offensive production is so to the next level. They can be so poor on the defensive side of the ball, but. When you're breaking it down defensively, the Chiefs are literally one of the worst in the NFL.
All right, let's not go to the Birds too much. I like to play. I would lean and put a bet on Carolina. And for those who just joined, I also threw out a nice little prop bet plus 240. Sam Darnold to score any touchdown. So
listen. I mean, one last thing.
Go ahead.
We can't win football games when our starting running back is not getting the ball. He's not rushing the ball. The last 2 weeks, he's had 9 carries in 2 games. That's just not good football, right? You're not controlling the tempo. You're not controlling the clock. And then you're putting too much pressure on a second-year quarterback and Jalen Hurts, who ain't that type of quarterback that can just do that. It doesn't work, right? So, you got to be able to start controlling the game. We got to start running the football and get more balance. And start play action off the run. If we're only rushing the ball 7 times a game, 2 times a game, under 10. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work, man. Doesn't work.
Last comment. How is Howie Roseman still? How long is he going to be on?
Jesus Christ.
That should be the poll
How
question.
are we going to be around forever, dog? Let's
Unfortunately.
I hear that question a lot. I'm like, what y'all expect? You cannot deny the fact that he's one of the main reasons that we got a bowl. There's just you can't. He's in that conversation.
Hold on. That's 5 years ago at this point.
Are we not holding on to it?
And look how bad. Look at all this stuff, the bad stuff before then, and that bad stuff since then. How long that's gonna last?
No, man, he ain't going nowhere, man. Y'all need to stop it. Howie's not going anywhere. Like, he ain't going nowhere. He put that roster together. He helped put that roster together. You know what I mean? And whether you like him beforehand or after that, it ain't happening. It's a pipe dream.
I mean, we got rid of everybody off that squad besides Zach Ertz and Kelsey. Like,
bro,
I mean,
he's got a ring. It don't matter.
I'm just saying that we got rid of everybody else off that team. Why isn't it okay for him?
Including the coach.
It don't matter,
including
man.
The coach.
He's got a ring. He's got a ring, and that's all he needs to say. We all know Laurie's his boy. That's
the answer. That's the answer.
Chip Kelly. They let Chip Kelly run it. It failed miserably, right? Because he got rid of all our stars. And then Howie sat in the back and said, look, this is what happens when you let somebody else run it and not let me run it. Then he ran it, won a Super Bowl, and then now you're going to say we should get rid of him? Come on, man. That story don't make sense. That's not going to happen. He said, give me the ball back and I'll prove we can do it. And then he went and did it. And now you're going to say, oh, okay, it's been 5 years? Like, come on.
Bro, we're missing on
everything. I know.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with you in that now. That's his boy. That's really the answer. He's going to hold on to him because that's his guy. But as far as just because he put that team together, I mean, really, did he though? Like, did he?
He was part of that conversation. You can't say he can't. He wasn't.
Okay.
All right, let's go, man. All right, next game. We got New Orleans at Washington football team. Right now, it was a pick. It opened at a pick, but it's right now favored -2.5. New Orleans Saints. Total is 43.5. I would lean Washington here. I'm not betting the game. I don't trust Hinkie, and I don't trust what's his name? What's his name over there? Winston. But I would lean Washington here. I think Washington kind of keeps rolling at home. I would favor Washington here. I don't know what New Orleans is yet, but I think Washington's starting to find itself when Heineke, running that offense, and hopefully sooner or later that defense is going to click over. Sooner or later that defense is going to come around, and New Orleans just doesn't have enough firepower to me to threaten Washington. So I would lean Washington here, but I'm staying off, man. Anybody got a side on this one?
Yeah, I'm off this game. Like I said, I'm right with you, Nate. I think both these teams are unpredictable. To your comment that the Washington defense is going to somewhere, I think we've been saying that for the last 2 weeks.
We have.
They've given up over damn near 30 points a game. So it's not what I expected from the Washington defense. Giving up 30 to the Falcons, 30 to the Giants. It's like I don't understand that. So for me, I'm like you said, I'm with you. I'm off this game. I have no opinion. The line is probably right where it needs to be. New Orleans traveling across to Washington. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. It might be a little sloppy with the rain. So that won't play into New Orleans' hands. So if it was going to be a good lean, probably be in Washington. But they're not showing me they can stop anybody.
Yeah. Chris, you got anything on this, John?
Yeah, I'm off this game. Just two teams you don't know a lot about. Still a lot of questions. I agree. If I was a lean anyway, it would be Washington. Just the fact that they're home, weather may impact the game, and you just can't trust Jameis at the end of the day. So the Saints could win this game by 10. They could lose this game by 10. Washington could win by 10 or lose this game by 10. So I'm off.
Yeah, I think it's a good call to good stay away game. All right, next game. Hold on, let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear this? Game?
Here we go. Money talk.
Y'all got that now?
You got it. Mhm.
All right. It was just something had hit the button. All right. Let's play it again.
Here comes the money.
We got a lock play, y'all.
Mm.
Next game.
There you go.
Yeah. Give me the Tennessee Titans versus the Jacksonville Jags. Really, to me, an easy call. I have no idea why this line is flying the other way, Jacksonville. It's opened at 7.5. It's now at 4.5. But I mean, the money is all on Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's we're going to an 0-4 team, 0-2 team, a really bad team. We understand the whole Urban Meyer thing that's going on. He didn't really travel with team. Dysfunction across the board with Jacksonville. It don't take a rocket science to make this call, right? You have a quote unquote still Super Bowl dark horse and the Tennessee Titans that have run into bad injuries with both their star receivers being out. They're coming out on embarrassing loss to the Jets. They're not going to lose to the two worst teams back to back. It ain't going to happen. Give me Tennessee Titans. They roll here. I think they win by double digits, man. Lock it in. What's up?
Yeah,
trap
I
game.
agree.
What trap game with Jacksonville? You think Jacksonville's a trap game? All right, come on, bro. They haven't won a game. He's got 7 turnovers. You think it's a trap game too, Bdiddy? I hear that in your breath. What?
I mean, the line is telling me something, bro. Like you said, it opened up at 7. All the money's on Tennessee is now down to 4. I'm not saying. Listen, I think Tennessee should be able to roll Jacksonville. There's been a lot of controversy going on with Jacksonville all week.
Yeah.
That this could be that Jet spot, right? Like the Jets last week. It could be that same Jet spot.
Back to back?
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson, and they allow Zach Wilson to just go ham on the second half of that game. This is a must-win for Jacksonville, I think, and they're playing away, back-to-back road games for Tennessee. It should be a big bounce-back game for Tennessee. I don't know, man. That line is a little funky to me, Nate. There was that you told me it opened at 7.5, is now down to 4. Why? Tell me why. It moved 3 points.
I thought is that they're not. Tennessee wasn't going to be full strength. I don't think Brown was going to play until maybe a Thursday
against the Jets. We didn't know that Julio Jones was going to be down, and he did get down. The only one dropped down 1 point.
Yeah,
so
but
now
then
you tell me AJ Brown went down 3 points.
But to me, it's the public, right? It's the public. So okay, I just saw them lose to the Jets because they didn't have any receivers, and the Jets barely won that game, by the way. Anyway, right? A lot of things went right for the Jets in that game, and now we're going to go and do the same thing over again. So my eyes are telling me, okay, this is a repeat. But I've never seen a team lose to two unbeaten teams in a row.
No, I get you.
I don't think it's ever happened. And if it did, it happened maybe once, 20 years ago. Like the Jets didn't win a game, so the next 2 games you're facing teams that were 0-7. They're going to win this game. It's going to win. I don't think this is a trap game.
Gotcha.
To me, I don't like Jack. You can't use this Jacksonville as a trap game. What's a trap game to me? I think is when we'll get to it is maybe nah. I don't think the Buffalo KC is a trap game because there's a lot of people in Buffalo, but I think KC's going to turn on one of these times, right, where they just blow somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I can't because the line ticked up the KC, so I can't say it's a trap game.
72% of the public's on Tennessee. The line moves the opposite way. I mean, if we're looking at Vegas, if we're looking at the way odds makers make things, that doesn't make sense to me. And for that reason, I feel like I can't trust this game. That right there just tells me.
I hear you. That's cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
Now Tennessee.
Renzo, what you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think all of the way that I would process the game, everything I would look at, The storylines, the fact that you just lost last week, it's almost a must-win for Tennessee at this point. You can't lose these two games. You are playing against one of, if not these worst teams in the league. That hasn't shown you anything all year. You are the better team with better players. Tennessee should win this game by double digits. But to Brent's point, I've learned the hard way.
He said, Dad, put money on Tennessee. What you doing? Don't stop talking that.
But I've Vegas has taught me the hard way. When you don't listen to them, you often get burnt. So for that line, if it was like 7.5 to 6.5,
right,
6, but to be 2.5 points, I guess 3 points. 3
points.
I mean, that's a lot of points. It says to me that something funky is going to happen. Best case scenario, Jacksonville's going to be up in the 4th or something, and Tennessee comes back in. I'm going to edge of my seat, so I'm just not going to touch the game. I'm just not going to touch the game.
All right,
but I would go Tennessee though, but I can't get involved. It's just too crazy.
I hear you. Absolutely. What's up, Rob? Man, I see you in here, man. We're gonna get to some of your plays as well in the comments. I like a couple of those plays that you got up there, but we got to keep moving, man. I know people got a good plays in. We got a lot of games to get through. All right, next game we got another 1:00 game. We got Detroit going to Minnesota. Line is now -10. Another team that hasn't won a game against a 1-3 team. I'm not sure if Cook has been if he's playing or not. Obviously, Cook is one of the best, if not the best, running back in the league. So when he's out, it's obviously a downgrade. But was it Madison? I think his name is. He had a good game last game against a bad Detroit team. Detroit fights though, so this is a stay away game for me. I know a lot of people are back in Minnesota here. A lot of people are on Minnesota. This could be a second leg of our 3-teamer, 10-point teamer. I'm not going here just yet. I'm staying away from this game. I don't think Detroit wins the game, but it wouldn't surprise me if Detroit covers.
Yeah, this is actually one of my plays. I got them already locked in early this week. I have a 3-team teaser that I was hoping. The only game I'm left with this one is the Minnesota game, pretty much to win. I think they're coming back home. I think the line is a little heavy, though. I think the way Detroit has been playing, I find it to be a little too much for Minnesota to cover 10 the way they've been playing. So, yeah, I would probably lean the number and take the points here if I was to play the game straight up. But with me getting Minnesota to a win at home, in a dome,
I like that.
at 1:00 game, the sunlight's going to be going through that glass, and the horn's going to be blowing. And I think the better team offensively is Minnesota, and defensively they'll be able to slow down Detroit, and get after Jared Goff. So I like Minnesota here to win at home. I think the 10 points is a little too much though. Way too much respect for Minnesota here.
Yeah, one of these teams are going to win. More like maybe not. Maybe they might go. I wonder what that number is. When the last time we had 2 teams that went into the season to week 6, 0-5. It's probably been a while. Renzo, man, anything on this game?
Yeah, man, I agree, man. I think it's a good spot to get Minnesota to a win here. They should win the game at home, kind of coming off that loss. But I agree, man. The points seem like a lot for a Lions team that have been competitive versus some really good teams, right, in the NFL. So, especially with Minnesota only putting up 7 points last week, which I thought was kind of stinking. And really, they scored that touchdown, I think the first drive of the game, if I'm not mistaken. But early in the first quarter, they basically went 3.5 quarters of not scoring. So, for a Detroit team that can put some points up and get kind of hot there, streaky, I think 10 is a lot. Might even, if somebody is looking for just a not too heavy parlay and wanted to take points, it might be worth taking the Lions plus 17, plus 20.
Yeah.
That if you wanted
I think you go either way, really.
Yeah.
I don't see Minnesota losing. I think you can take that tease all the way up to Detroit plus 20 if you want to.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right, next game here. Denver traveling West Coast, traveling east to Pittsburgh. That line is now -1.5. Total is 39, which keeps ticking down. I like Pittsburgh here, man. I really do. I like the home dog here. I like Pittsburgh to actually win the game outright. Obviously, at this point, it's almost a pick. Denver lost Sutton, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And Teddy's just coming back. He got cleared late for that concussion protocol. They're still going to do some more on-field tests, but Steelers 0-2 here, must-win game at home. I like Steelers to get a win there. Even though the Steelers hasn't looked like anything and Denver's looked like everything, I like the Steelers here. I like the home dog here with the plus money. I think they're plus 110 or plus 108 to win the game outright. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right Sutton you're talking about. You're talking about Sutton for the Steelers?
No,
I think
Sutton for Denver.
You sure?
Yeah, is it Courtney Sutton? I think his name is.
Yeah, Courtney Sutton, but I don't know if he's the one that's hurt though. I think you might be taking that.
No, he rolled his ankle. He rolled his ankle in practice. He rolled his ankle late.
Oh, I must have missed that. I know they got a Cam Sutton on Pittsburgh that's out. TJ Watt might be out. And Kevin Dotson, the guard, is out for Pittsburgh. So I think Claypool, is he back yet? I think he's still hurt.
No, he's playing.
Oh, he's playing? Okay.
Yeah,
okay, but he's not 100% because he has that injury that he was sitting there dealing with. Like Denver's my dark horse. So I'm not really a Drew Lock fan, but I think he has a lot that he has to prove, right? I think this is opportunity that he has to prove a lot here. Pittsburgh has shown me that they are not a good team.
They are not.
With that line being short like that, I would lean for me. I'm sorry. I'll have to go the other way here. And I would take Denver, being favored on the road here and get them. I think it's going to be a defensive game. You see the total's barely 40, if it's not 39 right now. That means not a lot of points going to be scored. And if I was to choose who's going to win this one defensively, the way Ben Roethlisberger's been looking inside that pocket, he got them dogs coming after him today. It's going to be tough sledding for him. So give me Denver with the points right there, -1.5. Sorry.
No, head to head. We got to get a thing for head to head.
Yeah, that's good head to head. Oh, yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we got to get a thing for head to head. Just to clear up some breaking news here that I just saw because I was looking about the injury to Pittsburgh. For those who are betting, looking at games to kind of grab some value, Devontae Parker was just ruled out from his hamstring. So if you like fantasy, I guess we got to put Jalen Waddle's fantasy stock just went through the roof.
That line move too.
Gesicki is probably a great tight end right now you should have for Miami. So his numbers probably went up too, but Tampa should roll here like big time. They might beat them by 20.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Line moved up to 11 now. So
yeah, that makes sense. Cook is still considered a game time decision today as well against the Lions. So,
yeah, Rob. I mean, to answer your question, I think 10 is a lot. I think we just explained that. So I would probably lean Detroit with the points on that end, but we have a lot of teasers, so we'd like Minnesota to win the game now.
Yeah, I'm gonna add. So Rob, we were building a three team 10-point teaser. We had Tampa obviously right away, and let's put Minnesota in there for the second leg for Minnesota just to win the game.
I like that.
So we have Tampa and Minnesota. It's gonna be -130, so you can pay a little bit of juice, but we're just getting them to win the game, and which would be obviously a shocker if not both those teams didn't win and be a huge upset. So. But I like Pittsburgh, though. You like Denver, so let's go to the next game. So next game, Rob, you were talking about this one earlier. This is Green Bay at Cincinnati. Green Bay is favorite -3. Green Bay traveling to Ohio. Total is 50.5. I have not seen that Joe Mixon is not out. I think Joe Mixon is playing today, which is a huge upgrade for Cincinnati's offense. I would actually, you know what I like here, man? I like Cincy here. I'm not sure if they win the game, but I like Cincy here, and I'll tell you why. Green Bay's defense has gotten banged up, man. Who's the not Preston Smith, but who's the other linebacker on that other side that's been out? I forget his name on the other side, but he's out. I think they have another linebacker that's out, and then I think they also have and Alexander's out, one of the shutdown corners in the league. So I like Cincy here. I think you're getting good value on Cincy as a home dog. I would even maybe buy half a point to get over that key number 3 and go plus 3.5. But I would take Cincy here. I'm really leaning towards Cincy. If you want to get him in a teaser and bet him up to plus 10, I think that's a good bet as well. Cincy's a sneaky 3-1. People don't even know that. So I like Cincy here with the points against the Green Bay Packers, man. What y'all talking about?
Go ahead, Renzo.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, when I first seen a line, it almost kind of, if we go back to like the Titans games, like the line seemed kind of odd to me. You know, lines seem very low for Cincy to only be at 3. You would think that line is closer to like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But you know, one of my rules, man, just being consistent to the theme of the podcast. I don't like taking what I would call a below average team, bottom half team in the NFL versus a really good team. I wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay put it together and won by double digits this game. So I would hate to pick the Bengals and they get blown out. I'd be saying to myself, like, why would I ever take the Bengals? So it's a tough spot for me. If anything, I would just go Green Bay or nothing here, just because I think they're the better team. But the line is kind of odd. It's saying that it's going to be a close game, that the Bengals got a chance to win. But I'm gonna stay away from it. If anything, I'll just take the Packers straight with the -3.
Yeah, man. I think I'm with you on that one. With that line being so short, I do think Green Bay is a better team. They got the better quarterback, definitely the more experienced quarterback that can get you points at any given time. Literally the best receiver on the field with Devontae Adams. But I do think Cincinnati fights. They came out sluggish on a Thursday night game against the Jags last week, which is not like them. I'm happy they were able to come back and win that game. But I do have this play in one of my 4 teams. I'm only waiting for the 2 more teams. The last 2 teams is for Tampa Bay and Green Bay. So I got Tampa Bay at +3. I got Green Bay at +10.5, which is huge for me, to half a point, just in case Cincinnati somehow, does handle their business at home. I don't think they're going to win by more than 10 points. So that'll close out a 2-unit play there for me. I had Michigan and UCLA last night that kind of closed out. So that's my play on Green Bay.
Yeah, Rob. I've heard people say this before. I've heard professional gamblers and bettors that say that teasers are sucker bets. I completely disagree. They're not sucker bets at all. Obviously, we all know the best players, the best gamblers in the world usually typically play straight bets. I mean, you can say the same thing about parlays, right? Parlays are sucker bets too, right? You know what I mean? So I don't mind a good 2-team teaser, especially if you're driving through the number, our 3s, our 7s, our 10s, things like that. So I hear people say that. I've talked to professional gamblers and bettors. I've talked to people in the sports book, just like any of you guys have, if you have those networks that say that they're sucker bets. But if you're winning money, it's not a sucker bet. And if you're consistently winning money, it's still not a sucker bet. You know what I'm saying? So you play with your odds, you play in your wheelhouse, you play to where your strengths are. And we tend to like, nice little 2-team teasers. And that 3-team 10-point teaser has done well of us over the years, not just this year, but over the years, it's done well for us. So, whatever floats your boat, bro. You know what I mean? If you're not a teaser guy, that's cool. You know what I mean? But I think that's a little wrong, because especially when you're trying to teach people how to bet and getting them into the game, you want their value to be as much as possible in EV situations. So like here, if you like Green Bay, teasing Green Bay up through the number, and you get them at +4 if you're doing a 7-point teaser, or even a 6.5 point +3.5, you got to like that, right? That's not a sucker. That's not a sucker bet at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, I like that. Tone just hit me up, y'all. So for those who still on, get your pen and paper. These are free prop bets from our guy Tone Takes on Twitter, from Gambling Twitter. I like a lot of these plays. The one I would stay away from, not gonna lie, but I like a lot of these plays. So he's got Scary Terry McLaurin over 5.5 receptions. That's plus 105.
We talked about Scary Terry last week.
Yeah. So that's plus 105. Next prop, he's got Nick Chubb over 84.5 yards, -114. I kind of would stay away from that one. Their left tackle is out. I think he went on IR. They're putting a backup who's also hurt as well. And the Chargers are rolling, in my opinion. Barkley, which this one I really like. Barkley over 4.5 receptions plus 100. Both their starting guys, Slayton and Shepard, are still out. So I like Barkley becoming more involved in the passing game. We saw a little bit of that last week. I think the same thing over again. I like that play at plus 4.5. And the last prop of the day, this one I like this one as well. Is Knox over 34.5 receiving yards minus 110. I like this play a lot. This should be obviously a high scoring game. But KC's defense, we've all known, it's notoriously been bad this year, and it's been notoriously bad against tight ends. We saw that last week. I believe that Ertz and Goddard had almost over 100 yards combined, and he still missed Ertz on a couple passes there. So I really like that play. So all those plays are good plus EV plays. I would stay away from the Nick Chubb play, but shout out to our guy Tone for sending me his plays of the day. Make sure we get that to y'all for the day. All right, next game, we got New England versus Houston. New England is favored now, -8. Total is 39.5. A lot of injuries in this game. New England's whole offensive line is hurt. Houston is just Houston at this point. But I still like New England in this game. Their defense is sound. Obviously, it was a home run spot for Tom. Tom coming back to New England. It would, they always won that game. Obviously, New England almost won that game. Mac Jones hasn't been overly impressive to me, but he fits what they do. He fits that system. Houston is terrible. Houston is so trash. It's ridiculous. They might not score over 10 points in this game, and it wouldn't surprise me if New England covers it by just kicking field goals. It went 12-3, you know what I mean, or something stupid like that. But I like that wouldn't be 12-3, maybe 20-3, or maybe 27. But I like New England to cover the number, and you can tell by that number here. I would buy the point just to get it to the -7. When you start talking about buying almost 2 points, that's a little too much for me. And Rob, this is a huge key where you can do a teaser play here, and you can have Green Bay plus 3.5, and then you have New England just pretty much to win the game at -1 and 1.5. So I like New England here to get the win here. What you boys think?
Yeah, I like it. I like it either. I mean, I like it also. I think it's going to be tough sledding for Houston to move the ball against that New England Patriots defense. I'm also looking at Houston under 14 team total.
I thought a 14.5. Is it 14?
Damn,
now?
if you can get 14.5, and that's even better. But I see 14 here right now. Maybe you can catch that hook. That might be a play there. Any other play? I don't know. The 8 points could be a little long. I don't know how. Like you said, a lot of injuries on the Patriots side of the ball. But I think Mac Jones, man, he showed me a lot. A lot against that Tampa Bay's defense. He was really poised. I was watching him closely. The way he was throwing that rock, he felt confident. I think he only made one mistake within that game. Besides that, I really do like him in this game. The 8 points is a little tricky. If somehow you can get it a little, down a little bit more, I would probably take that play for sure.
Renzo, you on this one?
Yeah, man. I mean, you got the Patriots here. Just if nothing else, the Texans are just freaking terrible, like you said. They just can't score the ball.
You got kids around.
Yeah, that under, like you said, at 39. The Texans I mean, are they gonna score over what the line's 14? Are they gonna score 10 points? 12,
I'm not sure.
Points?
I'm really not sure.
Know, right? And the Patriots don't light it up necessarily. So this can easily be a 24-10 game, 21-7, some sort of score like that. So the under looks really good. Actually, I like the under in the Broncos-Steelers game, I meant to say. So, if you're looking for a little under parlay, you can take the under in both those games, man, make it happen. But I like the Patriots. I like the Patriots to win it. 8 points just seems kind of funky just because if anything wild happens, interception, a fumble, a missed field goal, you're just in arm's reach of danger there covering. But there's no way the Patriots should lose this game especially with Bill Belichick being the coach. No way he's going to lose.
Two games in a row,
Schematically
so,
alone, the Patriots going to win the football game.
yeah.
Pure scheme. So I like the Patriots. I don't like the 8 points necessarily, but they should win.
I hear that. All right, we go into our 4:00 games. Yep, and that was the end of the 1:00 games. What's the score of that Jets game? They still killing them?
20-10, 20-9.
Oh, 29? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they missed a field goal, but Jets got the ball now. They fighting.
They fighting? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First, second slate of the day for our 4:00 games. First game, we got the Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. Shout out to Vegas, man. What was that? Sin City pool where they do the sports book at the pool?
Circa.
Yeah, we got to make a trip, dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to plan that for next year, man. That'd be insane to be out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Line is minus 5.5. Total is 45.5. I'm off this game. I have no kind of way this game's gonna go. Fields is getting a start, so they're handing him the keys, but he just lost his best piece in Montgomery. Like, that's huge to lose Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a big blow, and you're gonna put it on him to kind of now try to get a win. Vegas is a good team. They're a very good team. I don't know if Jacobs is playing, but Vegas is a good team. I do like a prop bet here, though. I do like is it Mooney, the Chicago receiver? I like Mooney over 46.5 receiving yards. I think he gets there. We're going to have to find somebody to pass to, and Chicago's got limited options. So I like Mooney here, 46.5. That's the only play I would have in here, but other than that, I got no play, man. Brent, talk to the people.
Yeah, man. I don't like betting Chicago. So for me, I don't really have Vegas did not look good against San Diego. Offensively, they look really, really bad. They're now going against another tough defense in Chicago. Chicago usually plays tough, but they're traveling out to Vegas. If I was to go any way, probably I would have to lean the points with Chicago, unfortunately.
Really?
It's a lean for me. I think it's going to be a close game. It's because Vegas looks. First off, Derek Carr hasn't had a good season, right? Statistically, he's had a great season, but I've watched 2 or 3 of his games. I want to say maybe 2 that was on television.
Mm-hmm.
He does not spread the ball around. He just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
It's either going to 2 players, going to Renfro or it's going to the tight end. That's it. No matter what else is going on in the game, he will not get his eyes off of those 2 players. And for me, that is going to be a problem because if I can key on these certain receivers like Chicago can, and some of these teams is can in the future, he's going to have a problem. He needs to start bringing that ball around, swinging out to the backfield. Huh?
We talking like that's easy to start. Like Waller's like the best tight end in the.
I get you. Right now. Listen, I get it, but at some point you gotta move your eyes, shift your eyes somewhere else, get these other guys some opportunity, so Waller can be that more productive, right? Like,
yeah.
Look, Waller didn't get a yard until the second half of the last week because they just keyed on him all game.
Yeah, so, no, I feel you. But I mean, I think the Chargers are good. I think the Chargers are legit. So,
yeah. The Chargers are legit, but
yeah,
I mean, if I was going to lean anywhere to go back to the answer, I would lean probably Chicago with the points.
Renzo, what you talking?
Yeah, man. I mean, I got all the questions that you guys just talked about. I like the Raiders. I think they're a really good. I think they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, I
think they ran into a really, really good defense. I think the Chargers got one of the best defenses in the NFL by the end of this year. Now the offense can put up points. So I agree with the Chargers are real, and I think they just ran up against that. But they made it close in the second half there, for a moment there,
for a second.
Or third quarter. So I like it. I mean, I would stay away from this game. If anything, again, being consistent. The Bears are just a bad team to me. The defense obviously can play well. They're just not a good team with a bad coach and if people got questions about Jalen Hurts, what do you have about Justin Fields? Right?
Damn.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, you're talking about similar style players, right? And you're talking about someone that's just fresh into NFL. So I can never take the Bears here for me, just because they're inferior team playing away. they could lose by a touchdown or easily be down a touchdown all game. And I'm at the edge of my seat. So I'm gonna stay away from it. But if I had to lean anywhere, I would actually just lean the Raiders and just roll the dice and just say, hey, are they gonna come out and play well? If they do, I think they win the game. So
Yeah, I like that assessment. I think you're getting some value here on the Raiders because like they played some tough teams, they beaten some tough teams, and I think I think they're a good team as well, above average. I wouldn't give them like legit, but they're above average team for sure.
And the line's right at 5.5, so you get your 6 points. I'm good there.
All right, next game.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money,
Dollar.
We just talked about it. Give me the Chargers. Minus 2.5 over Cleveland. I like the Chargers in this spot. 2, 3, and 1 teams going head to head. We talked about how Cleveland already does not have one of their starting. I think it's left tackle. He is out for the year. I don't think Beckham is enough at this point in his career. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's, the change of scenery, whatever it is. He ain't Beckham of old. Now, could he always show up and do some damage? He could, but let's not think that the Chargers back end ain't, solid. We just talked about the Chargers defense is legit, maybe one of the best or the better ones in the NFL. Herbert is playing at an MVP level, in my opinion. He is right there. Second year, he is dialed in. You got Williams, you got Adams, you got Eckler. Don't forget about Cook, old man Cook coming out of the tight end. They are stacked everywhere. I really like this team. This team is well coached, and you're getting them under the number. Man, lock it in, man. Give me the Chargers. I love the Chargers in this spot. It's going to be a tough game too. Tough game. 2 good teams. But that's what we do here. We come here and pick good EV plays on wins. I think Cleveland's getting a little bit of value here, but I don't see how Cleveland is going to be able to move the ball here. Like, are they going to be able to run the ball down the Chargers' throat? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to.
I don't know about that. I do like the Chargers,
but I'm saying to win the game. Like sooner or later, Baker's going to have to make some big time throws, and he just doesn't have the playmakers around him to do that, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, the Chargers are not good against the run. And the Browns do lead the league in rushing yards. You got two-headed monster and Chubb and Hunt. That's going to be a tough 1-2 punch for the Chargers, who have shown you over this year so far that they cannot stop the run. They're giving up over, I want to say, 140 yards per game. That's 29th in the league against the run. So that's something that's you got to really look at, especially because Cleveland is run heavy past second. So I think to your point, this will be a tough game because I think it'll be close because the Chargers offense can move the ball down the field really quickly. But if Cleveland is slowing the game down, taking control of the game, they will have opportunity to win this game at the end. The question is, will they do that? I don't think so. I think the Chargers will have too much dynamic offense. But to let you know, it's going to be tough sledding for that Chargers defense to stop the run because they haven't shown it all year. They are 29th in the NFL.
I disagree. I kind of disagree. I mean, Cowboys got them, right? I think Pollard and Zeke had good games, but people talk like Zeke's off into the sunset, but I still think Zeke is somewhat still Zeke, and Pollard is up and coming. CEH from the Chiefs ran on him a little bit, but I mean, Washington didn't do much. I mean, Gibson, I think I'm looking at the numbers. Gibson had 90 yards, and Jacobs didn't do anything. So it's just that pocket of two teams there, good teams, right? Good offenses. We're talking about the Chiefs' elite offense, and you might even argue that Cowboys are an elite offense as well. That gave them problems. Pass and run.
Hold on, let me ask you a question though.
Go ahead.
They're 29th against the run.
Okay.
They're going against now the best two running tandems in the NFL right now. You told me that Zeke, you kind of said like Zeke gave it to him, right? Okay. You said that whoever else said Pollard gave it to him too. Carlo Edward-Hyde, you said from the Chiefs, gave it to him too. So do you not think Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt gonna give it to him?
But
I mean, I'm just
saying,
but
there's a lot different. There's a lot more balance, right? In those teams.
Other teams, okay.
Yeah, right. Like I said, from the Chiefs' perspective, and I think you can put Dallas in there, or you could at least argue that Dallas has an elite offense from the receiving cores to the running backs. And obviously, we already know what the Chiefs are. They're dynamic everywhere. Cleveland's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Cleveland can just run the ball well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared of anybody outside, including Beckham at this point. And I have the back end receivers to cover them.
Right.
So I can put James in the box. I can bring him down. Like, he's arguably the best safety in the game. You know what I mean? And let him just roam. So to me, Cleveland's easier defendable because I didn't have to worry about getting killed over the top with the Cowboys in the Chiefs. So it's just from a X's and O's and a schematic standpoint, I think Cleveland's, even though they're the best running team, I think they're more easily be defendable than those two teams that we just mentioned before.
All right.
Renzo, what's up?
Yeah, man, I agree with you guys, man. I like the Chargers here. I'm not the biggest Browns fan. Obviously, they're a decent team, but like you said, they're one-dimensional. They haven't looked that impressive the last 3 weeks to me. Obviously, you had a low-scoring game against the Vikings last week. You played the Texans a couple weeks before. You were in danger that week. You played the Bears, I want to say, after that, and it was kind of, you didn't mop them, right? So, and the Chargers, I think, is a really good team that has played really good teams this year. They're 3-1 with a really good, no cupcakes there. And I think the defense is really good, at least scoring wise. Teams aren't putting up a whole bunch of points against them. So I like the Chargers a lot. I'm gonna do a single play and just take the Chargers with the 2.5. I'm not gonna put them in any parlays or teasers, but I think it'll be a good game. I like the Chargers, especially being at home. So they're just a more explosive team to me than the Browns. So
for sure. CMC playing? No. From my understanding, he is out. And if he wasn't, that line would probably be ticking up to at least 3.5. So make sure you follow the line, but no, he is out. Brent, you still there? Or you got stuck? Oh no, he's still there.
He did like he was stuck though.
Yeah, like you got stuck. You're like, I was like, hold up, what happened? All right, next game.
Terrible, bro.
Oh, Jets coming back.
You just fumbled the ball going into the red zone.
Oh wow. Patterson,
Mike
Davis. All right. Next game, we got the Giants at Cowboy Stadium in Jerry Land. This line was at 8.5. It is now down to 7. Current total is 52.5. How did you not go Dallas here? As bad as the Giants have been, I'm just trying. This is like the way we were talking about the line before. Why is this line ticking down? Because it's a division game. Is that the only reason why? Is it because it's a division game that it's ticking down? The Giants are not in Dallas's class. It's not even close. It's night and day. I'm not sure. Do they think Saquon's going to be able to just single-handedly beat Dallas? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, what?
No, I was going to say, I'm with you, Nate. I'm all over the Cowboys here. Cowboys are just a superior team to me. Giants haven't shown me anything. They should have lost last week. They basically were down double digits all game, and somehow the Saints, to my demise, blew an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. And then how does that happen? They had 10 points going into the fourth. Just one of, if not the worst teams. They're in that bucket of 3 to 4 teams that are the worst team in the NFL. And the Cowboys have probably one of certainly the best offenses in the game. I think they're clicking, they're hitting their stride. They're playing at home. I like Dallas to win for sure in any sort of teasers. But I like them at the 7 points. My bad for the background noise.
No, you good.
I like Cowboys a lot. I like the Cowboys a lot.
And just an update for those who just didn't see it or probably know, Dalvin Cook is out. It looked like he tested it and he will be out today. So key up. What's his name? Is it Madison?
Madison.
I like the Lions, man, with any sort of tease points, man.
Even more than
Madison tough though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
Madison and Pollard.
Madison will get buckets.
Like
Yeah,
Madison and Pollard look the same to me. They both get after it. So
Madison's going to hoop today for sure.
Mhm.
I agree.
I don't see it as being a huge drop off for this game.
Yeah, for this game at least. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, going back to this Cowboys Giants, it is a rivalry game. You know, Daniel Jones has over the last few weeks has shown you that he's playing better, right? He's kind of like alleviating those turnovers, and Saquon Barkley got his wheels a little bit underneath him last game. I think to your point, Chris, that the Saints did give up that 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. It was kind of crazy, but I mean, 7 points still is a lot. I mean, it's still a lot of respect for Dallas. I think Dallas is a good team. I think they're a championship contending team. So, do you think this is going to be a tight game? Is the question. Can they cover that 7? Do we see it being, one of those 24, 20 games, or one of those 20 to 17 games? I'm off this game. If anything, I would lean Dallas and move them down to a pick to win at home. That's kind of where I'll be at. The 7 points scare me just a little bit in a rivalry game.
And just to add to some more actives and inactives, for that Cincy game, Joe Mixon is active, and I just got official word that McCaffrey is out for today's game.
Mm-hmm.
So key up the man. Was it Hubbard?
Chuba Hubbard, yeah. He's been looking good though.
Yeah, cue up Hubbard. I think he scores today as well.
I think that Bucks line is at 11 now too, by the way. So
yeah, they what's his face got down. Who did I say? Parker. Devontae Parker's out.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna smack it. I'm gonna take that.
Which one?
Yeah, the Bucks.
You gonna play
the Bucks with the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Nunez, he is out. It's not Dafo anymore. He is officially out at this point. So, all right, next game. Big game. Actually, no, not even. Maybe I guess it is. San Francisco 49ers at the Cardinals. The Niners. Arizona is favorite -5. The only undefeated team in the league that's left. I guess give me a reason why Arizona, shouldn't this line be more with Trey Lance getting his first start? This is one of those lines that are weird to me. Now I understand Shanahan's scheme. It's almost like he can put anybody in this scheme and they do well. And they took Lance for a reason, at the top of the draft last year. So we want to think and hope that the kid has talent and the kid can play. Obviously, he brings his legs into the game, in fact. But it's not like Arizona ain't no slouch on defensively.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They got ballers all crazy on that defense. And they got a good defensive line. So I'm just trying to understand why this line is short to me. I feel like with a rookie quarterback getting his first start on the road going against arguably the best team in the league right now, you only give me -5.5? Somebody make some sense of that, man.
Excuse me. I think I disagree with you on the line. I think the line is actually kind of heavy, actually.
Heavy?
Yeah, you talking.
Really?
Yeah, talking to 49ers that a lot of people thought was a championship quality team coming into the year. And not to say that that's necessarily went away, but you're talking about a team that plays really, good defensively. They can give up some points. You got really good coaching, a lot of vets, some star players there. That they're gonna it's gonna be called and coached the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with a new quarterback coming in, is actually more dynamic than the quarterback you had, and you probably can find some spots where you could take advantage of some things just because no one's seen him and the 49ers play with a mobile quarterback like that. So I think the line at 5.5 is a decent line to the Cardinals. I think it's giving them a lot of respect for a Cardinals team who I really like, who's obviously, turned it on the past couple of weeks, but you still got games like the Vikings where they got down, Kyler Murray can turn the ball over at times. So I can see it being a close game. I can see it being a 4-20 or 30-26, something in that line to me. So I like the Cardinals. It's going to be a single play for me. Once I get to the 4:00 games, I think they can easily cover the 6, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a closer competitive game as well. Just kind of given the defense and rivalry game. I'm sorry, division game. And a new dynamic with the quarterback. Not sure how that's going to play out. So I like the Cardinals, but I don't think the line is scaring me at all.
Okay. Bdiddy, what's up?
Yeah, I'm with you also, Chris. I think ultimately, I think the line is showing a lot of respect for the Cardinals here. Line is moving to the 5 phase. I think Arizona has shown how good they really are defensively and offensively. I mean, Kyler Murray, he has to be one of the most athletic quarterbacks I've ever seen play the game. His in the box movement is really ridiculous, and him able to see down the field is really crazy. But I still like Arizona Cardinals here. I just think the 49ers are not able to put up enough points to run with Arizona. And to your point, Nate, with being a young Trey Lance, I think he's going to probably be having to rely on his feet more like he did coming into that game last week.
Sure.
So you might want to look at his prop bets on the over to see if you can get some value there for his rushing yards. He should get over 50 rushing yards here because I think he's going to be running for his life against that Arizona's defense. So I like Arizona here. I think they win by at least 10 points, 10 to 10, maybe even 2 full scores.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you like them that much, that's why I said the line's short. To me, at least to be a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, but still a lot of. I mean, San Fran's defense is not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not bad, but I'm just saying their offense, even at Lance at the helm, we're talking about a rookie quarterback starting against the best team in the league on the road.
Yeah.
It's just not a good recipe. Like I really like Arizona here, man. I really do.
If the line was 7, are you taking Arizona?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because I think that's where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the line ticked up 2.5 points. So it opened at 2.5 and now it's at 5.
Gotcha.
So, but I'm not sure how much money they're going to take until the books say, hey, this is too much liability.
Yeah.
And Joe White, just to answer your question here, the survivor pool, Patriots or Bucks?
Patriots. I mean, the
Patriots.
Yeah, use the Patriots. Don't use the Bucks.
Use the Patriots here. Using the Patriots here is a good spot. You can find another spot for the Bucks and save that. So, I think the Patriots. You're not going to find many spots here for the Patriots. They're not going to lose to Houston. I mean, they're favored by 8. So I don't think they lose here. Let me see here. Okay. Next game of the week probably. Buffalo Bills at KC. KC is favored -3. Total, highest total we've seen maybe all year, 56.5. A lot of offense on this field, of course. I don't see how we get away from it. I'm not sure, if it's like I still think they get to the 56. I can really see a 34, 30, 20. Well, that wouldn't be 56, would it? Yeah, 28. No, that's under. That'd be 54, right? No, that'd be 64. I'm sorry. So 34-28 type game. I would lean Buffalo here just because KC hasn't covered.
I help create a vape that makes depression convenient. Nicotine can amplify depression and anxiety.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was a nice drop for me to kind of go right into why
depression?
why KC can't cover. But it is depressing
You're
that
lost.
KC hasn't been covered with all these as good as they are offensively, and it's because they're bad defensively. And Buffalo is so dynamic defensively, it's hard to go against Buffalo in this spot where they're not going to be able to score points. This is going to be the third part of my 3-team 10-point teaser. So we put it together, a 3 10-point teaser. The first one was Tampa. And then the second leg was Minnesota. And now I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to tease down the total to 46.5. And then do the over at 46.5. Both these teams should score well, most easily into the 30s. At least one of them should score into the 30s. It's going to be back and forth all game. Even if it starts off slow, it'll pick up by the end of the game. I like the total. I don't even like the total straight here. I still think they get to that 56 mark, 56.5 mark, even though it's high. It opened at 56. Now it's 56.5. So it's still taking money on the total. You don't like laying that many points, but with these two offenses, I find it hard to not think that this is going to be a very high-scoring game.
Why is this not a Monday night game? I don't understand.
I mean, it's prime time is at night.
I get it, but why is it not a Monday night? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I like Sunday night. I like Sunday night football. Sunday night football and Monday night has got to be comparable at this point.
Yeah, I just
You don't think so?
Oh yeah, no, I do. I just think you know. I mean, this is a thing. I mean, the line is at with Buffalo +3. I'm sure everybody's gonna be on Buffalo. KC,
I say that 2.5 now.
KC might
three,
win this
three.
game. Yeah, this might be KC's game.
And that's what I was talking about before. Is it like I was thinking, like, is this kind of like a trap game?
In that I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know if it is because KC winning by 3 is not like surprising, and Buffalo winning outright is not surprising anyway. But I was
just
like, you know, like I was trying to say, like, if the line is telling you to bet Buffalo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my fault. You go, Brent.
No, go ahead, bro.
I said, yeah, no, I see what you. I agree with you guys. It feels like a track game, and then KC just comes out like the juggernaut that we just perceive them to be. And Patrick Mahomes throws for 6 touchdowns or something. They just blow out the Bills. But the only difference I think now in the past few years with the Chiefs is that I think the defense before those past 3 years were opportunistic, right? Tyron come out with a play, they'll get a pick 6, some sort of fumble. The defense, even though they always bend it before, they could play well in spots and come up with big turnovers and big moments that make key stops. This year they have shown none of that. Like that Chargers game, they couldn't get off the field on 3rd and 10 or 3rd and long or 4th down to save anyone's life. So I just think the defense is that bad. I mean, they gave up 30 to they've given up 25 plus points, I think, in the last to every team, if I'm not mistaken.
30, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is that bad. They've been bending to all of these teams. And now you got a Bills team with Josh Allen, I think, is getting back to that MVP form or is in that MVP form that he was in. They're not gonna be able to stop them at all. I can see the Bills winning this game outright. If anything, I'm going. If anything, I'm taking the over first. And then I'll try to get the Bills in some sort of teaser, get them up to like 7-10 points, and go from there. So.
Mama, what's up? He got good drops, man. Look at him. What's up, bro?
What's up? Say hi.
What's up, man? Who you like today? You like the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. I ain't mad at you. All right.
It's gonna break your heart today.
Yeah, just stop talking to the youngin like that, man. give him, you know what I mean, give him some more, give him some positive reinforcement, man. Let him cheer for them birds, man.
I did. I gave him positive. Bet the Panthers.
James, what's up, bro? Should I take the Bengals +4? Like you said, we know you get some good lines. I think that's a good line to get him at +4. I like the Bengals today. Kind of not liking it now because I see a lot of people on the Bengals. So I typically don't like to be where everybody else is. But
and just to jump in really quick to the point of like is this a trap game for the Bills? Is the Chiefs just going to blow them out? That's kind of the more I think about the Packers game. That's kind of what I think. Like everyone's jumping on the Bengals. The line's at 3. People are like, "What's going on? Let me take the Bengals." And the Packers are going to come out and win by 30. That's what I personally think, or I'm hoping is going to happen because I already put my money on the Packers. But I see that because the line doesn't make sense for it to be 3 at all to me. So I would rather get the Packers to plus money than anything with the Bengals.
Yeah, I hear you. You got anything else on this game, Bdiddy, with the Bills and Chiefs?
No, I mean, like I said, it's a little funky that I think this could be a time that Chiefs kind of handle their business, and I just don't. But I like to Chris what he says. It's like, the Chiefs' defense have looked anemic. You know what I mean? Like, how are they going to stop the Bills' offense? So I don't know. I gotta wait, man. I don't know which way I'm going to go on this one. I really, really don't know.
All right. Monday night game, last game on the slate. We got the trash ass Colts. Used to be the Baltimore Colts back in the day before we were born, against Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is favored by -7. Total is 46. I have no side on this play. I guess I would lean Baltimore. They sit them at that -7 to close out a lot of teasers. I would think from the following week. I would actually lean to more the under here. It wouldn't surprise me if Baltimore beats up on them and beats them like 24-10 or something like that. That sounds like a score of this game. So something wrong with Wentz. Is really what it is. There's something wrong with Wentz, or he just maybe doesn't work in that scheme anymore. I don't know what it is, but I definitely wouldn't trust Carson Wentz. Baltimore's well put together, well coached, and Indy's still trying to figure it out. They're a 1-3 team, and a lot of people had them winning the division, and that doesn't look like it's going to end well. I believe if you go 1-4, you only have 7% to get to the playoffs. Must win spot for Indy, especially in the AFC. AFC being an AFC game, but I just don't see it. Baltimore's too dynamic, and Baltimore's just a coaching mismatch. So if anything, I would lean Baltimore in the under. If anything, you guys got anything on this play?
I'm with you there. I mean, 7 points there. Maybe you want to look at first half. Maybe Baltimore first half. They usually come out pretty fast, so that could be a play there. Baltimore first half.
I like that. What you got for me?
I don't got much on this game. I'm not going to touch it. Right. Honestly, I haven't even looked at it. I take that as next week's round of betting. But if anything, I would look at the total under there, or the Ravens. So
no, not that play. That's the wrong play, Pop. No. Tell him, youngin. Go Birds, right?
There he goes.
No, he not feeling it. He with Brent now. He not even gonna say it.
Smart man.
Get on that Carolina train.
Smart guy.
Get on that Carolina train, man. I want to thank everybody for joining, man. Thank you. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go ahead and hit that notification button. The plays are still up. If you want to jump on the membership, the plays are still up. You still got time to give a look at the membership. Only $9.99 for ladies and gentlemen. $9.99 to jump on the plays, to get in and get it going. We just hit $1,000 yesterday. We're probably gonna hit another $1,000 today. Let's have a weekend. And if you're into fantasy, we got our guy Willie Vegas also giving out DFS plays for your fantasy folks. And also, if you're gonna jump on fantasy, jump on FanUp, the best app out here. It only works for Apple phones, which is probably most of y'all anyway. But it only works on Apple phones. They got daily NFL contests. You can win great prizes. Sign up. Use the code A2D Radio. You get 5,000 bonus points, which is a $50 value. And they also don't have any salary cap. So it's really a little bit different on how you go about and setting your fantasy lineup in this app. It's a great app. Unfortunately, I got an Android, Team Droid, so I don't have it. But I'm going to go put it on my iPad and join right now, FanUp.app. And let's go win some money, y'all, man. I want to thank everybody for joining. Thank to the little homie for coming in with the commentary. Bdiddy, as always, thanks for coming on. Renzo, Moss Money, Bdiddy, we out.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
Let's go. This ain't the Fox Tyson force. This game he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's